So typically, after I were to meet with Eric for our meeting on a Monday, usually in the morning we would have our real life on the Palouse staff meeting. So the whole church staff gets together. We go from 9 to noon, and then we eat lunch together as a staff. And that usually will fill up the entire rest of the morning. I was excited about that because I wanted to be able to go in and actually take a video and introduce you to all the real life staff. And that's not going to happen today because of Martin Luther King Day. So I didn't plan that well. I'm hoping that tomorrow there's something that we call Sermon Club, and I'm thinking that you'll be able to meet many of the staff during that meeting. So we'll still get that pulled off. Typically that'd be what we do during this time, but because of the holiday, there's not too many people in the office today, and it's basically just me. So whenever I have a typical morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll spend the rest of my morning after the meeting doing a lot of study and lesson prep. You're going to meet two groups this week. My two study groups, I call them Bema groups, and they're my intensive discipleship study groups. So you're going to meet a Moscow group, U of I, that meets right here in the church offices, and you're going to meet a group over on Washington State. And I have to much of my ministry, and for those of you that know me, you know that a lot of how God's wired me is a teaching gift, and much of what I do revolves around teaching and study and lesson and discipleship, and that requires a lot of time spent studying and getting the text and the word and details and just planning my lesson and how am I going to teach this. That's what I do for many of my morning hours. It's a lot of my most productive time. So there are books that I'll be reading. I will be doing a lot of study in the text itself. I'll be spending a lot of time doing that. I'll be listening to some teaching online, reminding myself of some of the things I learned with Ray and on our trips to Israel and Turkey. I'll be kind of taking all that material and getting it ready to pass it off to our discipleship groups. And I'll spend a lot of my morning just taking in and systematizing the information and figuring out what's going to happen with all that. So that's what my day looks like. I love that part. I love that what God's done is He's given me a place where I can serve in my gift strengths and a place where I can teach. It's a phenomenal feeling to come into work every day and do what you know God's wired you to do, and it's really, really exciting. So that's what I'll be doing for the next few hours. I will talk to you again this afternoon and introduce you to my Monday afternoons, but I got to hit the books, so we'll talk to you in a bit.